Overcoming objections in RV sales is always going to be a thing, right? Whether it's RV sales, dealership sales, brokerage, business, it doesn't matter what you're selling. Overcoming objections happens. And if you're in RV sales, and if you're at the dealership or you're at an RV show, then you have to learn how to overcome objections. So, what is the most important thing or multiple things that we need to know as an RV salesperson to start overcoming objections? And the answer to that is there's really two parts to overcoming objections. Okay, the first part is we have to learn our customers why. We have to learn, the who, what, when, where, why, and hows they're going to be using the RV so that we can learn their needs and dig into their emotion and really see what they're trying to accomplish with an RV. Because a customer isn't going to buy an RV from you unless they see that the value that they're going to get in their life is more than the cost you're going to ask them to pay for the RV, whether it be in monthly payments, whether it be in one large cash payment, or whatever the case is. The truth of the matter is that customers have to see more value in the product or service that they're buying than the cash that you're asking them to let go to get that product or service. So, in the RV industry, in the RV world, as an RV salesperson, what we're fighting against is customers that have a mortgage. They have one, two, maybe three or multiple cars. They have kids that are in sports, maybe, or they're in band, or they're in extracurricular activities, or they're doing X, Y, and Z. Right? There's a lot that goes on in people's life. So adding an RV, which is kind of like a vacation home, you can almost look at it like a vacation home. Adding a vacation home that they're going to pay month in and month out if they go with a monthly payment, or they're going to pay a large lump sum and have to find somewhere to storage in XYZ. That's a lot of extra to add on to a family's plate. So you have to understand that the value that we need to build up in an RV is a lot because of what an RV is. So to be able to do that, to be able to build that value up to a point where we can get past where a customer is going to say, hey, you know what? That RV makes a lot of sense. We need to buy it. For us to get to that point, we have to learn our customers' emotions, their needs, their wants, and their desires. That's part one. Part one is we have to get really good at interviewing our customer, asking them who, what, when, where, why, and how they're going to be using the RV, the product, the service, right? What they're using now, really figuring out and digging in, what issues they're having, what problems they're having, so that we can get an overall good picture of what they're trying to accomplish. Right? Is this a family that has 3 kids that wants to travel across the United States and wants to take their kids to all 50 states, and they have a 6, a 8, and a 10-year-old, and the 10-year-old's getting to a point where, they don't really want to go camping anymore, so their time's running out, right? How much are we learning about the people that we're trying to sell RVs to? Is this a couple that, a young couple that wants to travel and wants to, go see all of these different places in the United States while they're young, and wants to go to the beaches and the mountains, and maybe they're rock climbers, so they want to go into, be able to go into their, random places and be able to climb together while their health is good and while they're able to actually do those things. Right? Like, how much are we learning about the customers that are in front of us? Maybe it's a husband and wife that, are empty nesters, and they've kicked the kids out of the house, and, they finally have some time to spend together. And they've always spoken about, when we retire, we're going to go and we're going to see, the Grand Canyon, and we're going to go see the sequoia trees, and we're going to go see X and Y and Z. And, this is what they're buying the RV for. Are they buying it to go see, all of these things and finally spend some time together? Right? Like, How well are we learning our customers? Because that is the first part of overcoming objections. Because when we're able to learn customers, then we're doing a couple things, right? We're building rapport with our customer because, when we ask so many questions and really dig into our customer's emotion, what it tells our customer subliminally is that we care about them, right? Is that we care about their needs, their wants, their desires. And the reason we're asking all these questions is because we need to know what our customer is looking to accomplish so that we can prescribe the right RV or the right product or the right service. And if we're a salesman that doesn't do that, then how can we say we care about our customers, right? Because if we get right into the deal or we walk right onto the lot and just walking in and out of RVs, what that says to your customer subliminally is that all you care about is a commission because you're walking them in and out of RVs that might not even make sense for them. And you haven't asked enough questions to know what actually makes sense for my customer or my potential client. And that's an issue. And if you do that time and time again, you might go in and out of RV sales process, not really understanding why your customers are not buying from you. And it's because they don't trust you. They just look at you as a used car salesman. You didn't ask about their needs, their wants, their emotions, their desires. You weren't able to build the value up of the RV past what they're willing to pay for it. And because of that, why would they buy from you? Okay, so whether we're at a dealership, whether we're at an RV show, we have to understand how to learn our customers' emotions, how to go past surface level, how to really figure out what they're trying to accomplish so that we can build value in the sale so that once we get to the close, there'll be enough value built where the customer is going to say yes. And we can't do that without learning our customers' emotions. So everybody thinks that overcoming objections is, having rebuttals lined up or having, certain word tracks lined up that are going to get me over these objections somehow magically. And the truth is that stuff doesn't work. Okay, customers have been down the used car salesman path for a lot of years. They're burnt out on those kinds of sales. They're burnt out on those kinds of tactics. Like they're looking for a salesperson that actually cares about their needs, cares about their wants, and can provide them with an RV that adds value to their life and that will actually be functional when they go to use it. Okay, so the first part of overcoming objections is to really learn your customers' emotions, learn their needs, learn their wants, go past surface level with your customers, and make sure you know what they're trying to accomplish. And once you do that, it's very easy to overcome their objections. There's one word track you need to overcome an objection. And this is it right here. I hear what you're saying, but let me ask you this. I hear what you're saying, but let me ask you this. I hear what you're saying, but let me ask you this. Okay, that's the word track you need to overcome objections. And the reason it works so well is because instead of when a customer tells you that it's, very expensive and they can't afford it right now, and you say, well, hey, how come you think it's expensive? Okay. Like if you just come out and say, how come you think it's expensive? Or, how come you don't want to buy it right now? Like it's very, I call it punch them in the mouth. Like it's very, upfront and kind of brute and brutal in a sense. Like, and what that does to a customer when they receive that rebuttal is they get that used car feeling and they back off a little bit. So the respect that you've gained from them or the rapport that you've built with them up until that point, you start to lose it because you're, punching them in the mouth, right? Nobody wants to be punched in the mouth. But when you say, I hear what you're saying, but let me ask you this. You're acknowledging that, what? It is expensive. You know what? It at $200, $300, $500. I hear what you're saying. It is expensive, right? And you don't even have to say, and you can't even add that. I hear what you're saying. $500 a month is expensive. But let me ask you this. And now we go into their needs and their wants and their emotions, right? If let's just go back to the family with the 3 kids and the 10-year-old's not traveling with them anymore because they're getting older. So we go to that. Okay, I hear what you're saying. $500 is expensive. But let me ask you this. You said that you're not going to be able to travel with your 10-year-old son much longer. He doesn't want to go camping with you, and he's got, sports and everything else that's going on. But your goal as a family is to still take them to all 50 states and to all these different national parks. How much longer can you hold off on buying an RV and living out this dream with your 10-year-old son if he's already getting to a point where he doesn't want to go camping? You probably still got a few good years in place. And if you start seeing, and if you start and you take action now, buy this RV today and start planning out some different routes, you could go see a lot of the United States before your kid is done with it. So I hear what you're saying. $500 is a lot, but you'll regret it if you don't camp with your 3 kids and take them across the United States. This is the perfect RV for you. It's going to do everything you need it to. Buy it today and start living out your dreams. Sign right here. Okay, when you do when you overcome an objection like that, there's much more emotion. There's much more feeling. The customer can say, you know what? You're right. I do need to buy this RV today so that I can start living out my dreams with my 10-year-old kid. And that's priceless. That's priceless compared to $500. There's nothing that you can say that will say that $500 is worth more than spending time with your 10-year-old kid and accomplishing goals and dreams with them. There's nothing you can say. I have a 7-year-old. I know there's nothing that I could ever think of that's, if I had the means to do it, if I could buy an RV and go traveling and that was my goal, there's not a dollar amount on a monthly basis or a cash payment that wouldn't be worth it. Okay. And that's why it's so important to learn our customers' emotions, because if you don't learn their emotions, it's impossible to overcome the objections because you don't have the value built up enough to even respectfully ask for the sale. But when you know what your customer's trying to do, you can overcome those objections by just saying, I hear what you're saying, but let me ask you this. So let's just say that same customer gives me another objection. Chris, you're right. My son is getting older. But I really got to talk to my wife. I hear what you're saying, but let me ask you this. How long have you and your wife been planning on traveling with you and your kids? The truth is that your son, he's not getting any younger. Okay. And time is not your friend right now when it comes to, traveling with your kids and doing the things that you want to do. So, I hear what you're saying, but I'm sure your wife would be right on board in the fact that she wants to start traveling with the kids too. Sign right here. Right. So, and you can keep going with that. I hear what you're saying, but let me ask you this. But first, you have to learn your customers' emotions. I cannot stress that enough. If you're an RV salesperson and you want to get better at the deal, we have the best RV sales training program on the planet. You can get access to it for only $99, and you get that at sellmorelivemore.net. Once you purchase that RV sales training program for $99, you're going to get 1 year of one-on-one training with me, Chris Paulino, so you can get your RV sales process dialed in and start closing more deals. So it's worth 10 times what we're asking for it. So if you want to get better at the RV sale, go to sellmorelivemore.net, sign up for that RV sales training program, and start getting better at the deal. If you like to read, go grab the book, Sell More, Live More Sales Training. You can get it at Amazon. You can get it at Barnes & Noble. So make sure you hop over to Amazon, hop over to Barnes & Noble, type in Sell More, Live More Sales Training. Go get you a copy. That way you can get better at the deal. And if you're a dealership, business, brokerage, company, whoever, if your sales team could use more customer leads, right? Like if your sales team could be talking to more customers, that's what we do here at IMR. We guarantee we can double the amount of customers your sales team's talking to in the first 90 days, or we work for free. So if you're dealership, business, brokerage, if you need more customers, give me a call directly. We can definitely help. 330-703-3930. Again, 330-703-3930. We're going to be talking about RV sales, the sales process in general, and all types of different things all year long. So if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel yet or given us a like on Facebook, hop over to YouTube, hop over to Facebook, type in Infinite Media Resources, give us that like and subscription. That way you can be here for all the sales and marketing content that we put out throughout the year. So appreciate you for being here. See you at the next one.